Hi, I'm Olivia.
I'm Tia.
And today we are going to be reacting to questions about parenting on Reddit. Best part about having more than one kid.
There's so many.
My husband and I are in the process of deciding on if we want a second child. What are your favorite parts about having more than one?
I think having the association between them, having them have their friends for life. I look at people with enlarged families and I would be jealous of them. All the brothers and all the sisters, you always have somebody to reach out to. I grew up with one brother and one sister, and it can be lonely a lot. So I think you don't look at even so much the younger years, but when they get older, what kind of community will they have around them?
Yeah.
And the grandkids, it's gonna be so fun.
And then you just have big family, everyone around to take care of each other. I love seeing them play with each other. I love that they can entertain each other. And so when I have to work or when I can't focus all of my time on each kid, they have each other.
Yep.
They have their team, you know. And so I think in the future it's also going to pay off, but it's even great in the moment. Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah.
When did your baby sleep through the night? New mama to a 4-month-old boy. He goes down by 8, rocked and transferred. Then we'll wake up at 12:30, 3:30, 6 a.m. Usually at 6, I'll bring him into bed with me because I need some extra sleep, and we will sleep in together until 7:30 or so. My significant other is on the sleep training camp, which I just can't get behind. To those who didn't sleep train, when did your baby start sleeping through the night? I don't not sleep train. I sleep train. My babies are sleeping through the night at like 6 weeks old.
Really?
Yeah.
So we start like 3 to 6 months. We do I don't sleep train. Like I would never do the cry it out method or anything like that for me personally, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have that luxury, I guess. So, but I think if you keep them on a consistent schedule throughout the day, then they'll naturally start. That's what I've noticed throughout all my kids.
The consistent schedule throughout the day, plus I do tank up time towards the evening. That really, really helps their bodies. Because if you notice, from like 3 or 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. is like chaos for babies. Unless you tweak it a little bit towards the evening, then there's never a time during the day where they lose it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without adjusting this later part of the evening, then you're going to have kids that are babies that just cry. And you don't know what the problem is, and they don't know what the problem is, and then they don't sleep well through the night, so.
And nobody's happy.
Right. I'm on this camp. I'm on sleep training camp. I start from brand new baby, because then it's never a process that's devastating
traumatic
to anybody, right? But if you don't do anything in the steps of sleep training until 6 months, then you're going to have the whole crying and trying to train them with that method and stuff, and it's inevitable. You know, when you're trying to sleep train a baby who's 6 months old who's never been through anything like that, you're going to have some crying. It's not going to be forever. It's not going to last, 2 weeks even. It's probably going to be like a night or two that you're going to have some crying. And that's just the way that it is, because you're just going to something else. But I am on the sleep train. What do they call it? Sleep training camp?
Yes.
Because I need sanity.
Yeah.
I need sleep to get my sanity, and I can't do it. So, I think my babies have all slept through the night at like 6-ish weeks.
Well,
when I say sleeping through the night, I mean go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6.
That's amazing, though. That's so good.
It's not 7 to 7.
Yeah.
That usually starts for 3 or 4 months. So, advice on toddler discipline. Yay! I like discipline. I have a 2.5-year-old son. He is a lot to the point of exhaustion for me. I deal with severe ADHD, so it's hard raising a child, but anyone have advice for when he acts up and what to do? Toddlers are easy. It's when they get to like 4, 5, 6, and you didn't do it when they were 2, then it's hard. Then it gets to the point to where now it's difficult, and now you have to do something there, intervention type of thing. For 2-year-olds, it's so easy, because at this point, the only reason they're melting down or having issues is because they have so much going on that they struggle to communicate. Yes. Yeah. They have a hard time communicating everything that they're thinking and feeling, and you don't get it. And they're trying to get you to get it. And so it's frustrating, obviously. So that's the main part, the root of all toddler tantrums, is that they're trying to tell you what they want and they can't. That's the main thing. The ADHD thing sounds like you need to cut back some screen time. Sounds like you need to relook at the diet that's going on and make sure that you're not having a bunch of processed foods, artificial flavors and colors, stuff like that. Really agitates kids, especially young kids. Also, timeout system. It's tried and true. Every single time my toddler throws a fit, timeout is like, that's how we survive, because both of us just need to take a break and then calm down so that then he can actually calm down enough to tell me what's going on. What about you?
My kids are perfect. I have no, routine for like tantrums or anything. I don't know what to do. I've never had a kid. I do not recall ever having a child throw a temper tantrum and like throwing themselves on the ground like we do the silent ones. Stop. I'm serious. So I don't know if I just meet their needs before there's ever a meltdown.
Right.
I don't know.
So if we're perfect,
if you're like me, you won't ever deal with
then you'll never have temper tantrums.
I have racked my brain.
There's no way.
I think they're just silent. I really do.
Okay, how to get toddlers to be decent people. So this is a weird question, but what do you do to get your toddler to act like a normal human being? If mine, 3.5, doesn't get what she wants, she has a total meltdown.
Sounds like me.
I still don't give in to her request, but she acts like a little terror about it. I tell her I don't like how she's acting. I tell her she's nicer than that, and it's not a good way to act, but everything I read says don't yell, timeouts are counterproductive,
They're not.
etc., etc. So I'm looking for parents of toddlers who behaved like entitled. I'm looking for parents of toddlers who behaved like entitled little people who took the proper steps and now have delightful older children. Those are the steps I want to know.
I think they follow by example. I think however you're acting towards them, if you're going to be yelling and throwing fits, then that's what they're going to see. That's what they're going to do. That's why my kids don't. It's because I'm such a good person.
Okay.
Got it?
That's why.
They're just following your example, Olivia.
Right. We all learn new things.
There you go.
But they do learn by example, definitely. Sure in the way that they talk, in the way that they act, everything. This is the thing that bothers me. When people say timeouts are counterproductive or they don't work or whatever, okay. No. They do too work. They do too work. But
consistency. If you're doing it, if you're not doing it right, then obviously they're not going to work.
It's exactly consistency, and it's also people are thinking timeouts are like something. It's like, oh, you're punished for having feelings. Go by yourself and deal with them by yourself, right? Because that's why they don't like them.
Yeah.
That's not what a timeout is. A timeout is a timeout. It's time to just cool down. And I'm not sending my child over in the corner to deal with his emotions all by himself. That's not what's happening. He's calming down so that he realizes that's not the behavior. That's not what it takes to get what he wants. So like to me, she says, I tell her I don't like how she's acting. If my 2-year-old threw himself on the floor, and y'all know what it can look like when he throws his tantrums, when he does that. If I said, I don't like how you're acting.
You're like, really? Because I'm going to show you how I'm really
Exactly.
Here we go.
He would just keep going.
Yeah.
He would just scream harder at me.
Yeah.
Then what? I can see how this mom is like, now what do I do? Timeouts. They're not counterproductive. They work. New mom care package suggestions.
Aww, that's sweet.
My best friend is due in a week, and I want to get her something thoughtful to help her and baby adjust. Does anyone have any suggestions? Somebody I know once, you know those meal trains?
Yeah.
They gave them Grubhub.
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, that is smart. Like some people like to get out first thing. I'm not that way.
Yeah,
I like to be home. I don't want to have to get up and get ready and pick myself up and the baby. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to stay at home and I want people to come to me. Right. That's what I want.
I always do for like baby showers. I love doing like slippers, nice socks, like a lip gloss, things that they'll need throughout the labor. Yes. A super nice bathrobe, new nightgown.
The cozy, comfy stuff.
Yeah. Cute hair stuff to make them feel like a little bit human.
Those are good ideas.
Blankets. Oh, I love a nice new blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Baby is sick. Advice on how to cope at home alone.
Oh, it's rough.
It is rough. I just barely got done with my babies being sick too. It is miserable. I'm seeking advice on how to cope while being home alone with him. Schedules is huge.
Yeah.
Staying on the routine. I know it's going to be different, especially with the baby being sick. Then you're going to, I mean, they might want to sleep a little bit more. They might want to eat at different times. But if the general routine is keeping up regularly, it helps with sanity, because you know you're going to get up still. You know you're going to do all the stuff that you do in your routine. It just makes things feel a little bit more normal when it's not normal. Also, waking up in the morning, opening up windows, getting fresh air in.
Go for a walk if they're able to.
If they're able to. If not, just opening up the windows is enough. Just feel fresh air. Because, I mean, it depends on how long the sickness goes. But if it's going like a couple of days, then it's like
can get a little
stuffy.
I definitely would get into a good TV show if your baby's younger. I love that. And then dig into your house.
Yeah.
Start like doing some projects. Make sure like you can stay really busy. I can.
You can. Also, just remember it's just a couple of days or a week even at the most that it lasts, and then you're done. Yeah. So it's just a phase. It's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, this sucks. It's miserable, but it's not going to be forever. Okay, we are done. That was fun. Thank you so much for watching.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to get all of our amazing content.
Yeah. Bye.